We start, okay? Okay, so we were on the Bardo number 3. Day 8, 9 and 10, 11, 12, all those wrathful forms that we encounter, we see, all together how many of them, 100. 68 kinds of very wrathful looking forms or devas, and 42 peaceful looking devas. Okay, so 42 peaceful devas, the Shanta, they call it Shanta. Shanta is a peaceful. Okay, and 58 wrathful, crowdy. That means very, what do you call that? Angry looking, let's say. Okay, altogether how much? 100. Yeah, 58 plus 42. Yeah. Who are they again? They are the nature of our own mind. Yeah. And they are also with the forms that we will see, especially the 58 wrathful forms. Many of them with some, the head is elephant head, snake headed, horse headed, wolf headed, tiger headed, bear headed. With all kinds of different types of animals' head. Why is that so? We, as a human, even we call ourselves human, in our mind, there are roughly to say 100 types of character. 100 types of character. And each character represents the special kind of energy that animals have. Okay? Like cows and all of them can digest grass, isn't it? Which we can't. Tigers and all of them can wolf, they can digest. Okay. They can digest. They can digest what you call that bones. Yeah? The bones, they can digest, they can chew. And each animal have different skill. Like some can fly, some can survive in water, some can, remain in mountain. And we can call them a meditation master maybe. They live lifelong in jungle, So because of that, all those animals' skill, the energy, actually we also have in our mind. Okay? So all those different aspects, when combined together, then it becomes 100. And each those aspects have names. And there is a mantra of Buddha Vajrasattva, the first Buddha, remember? The mantra of Buddha Vajrasattva is called 100 syllable mantra. Okay? Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manung Palaya Vajrasattva Dino Patishta Drido Mebhava Sutoshio Mebhava Supojio Mebhava Anurakto me bhava sarva siddhi me prayatsa sarva karma succa me chittam shri kruhum ha 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 ho Bhagwan sarva tathagat vajra me muns vajri bhava maha samaya sato a or hum, whatever. 100, yeah, 100 words, syllables. Why there's 100, These, each syllable represent these 100 deities. Clear? Which are then the name of different aspect of our own mind. So it is like, David, Michael, and then Shawnee, and then Johnny, and then whoever, Like it's like 100 names put together, and that becomes mantra. Okay? So making up a mantra is very easy. You can put maybe 10 people name. If you have 10 people in the family, then that becomes the mantra of the family. Okay? Actually, when we are reciting Om Vajrasattva Samaya Manupalaya, this 100-syllable mantra, you are reciting of 100 different aspects of your nature of mind. Clear? So, saying mantra is actually not saying anything else. Actually, is saying your own nature, You see? How wonderful is that? Because we need to have so many different ways to remind ourselves, to connect ourselves to the nature of mind. So they come up with all these names, they come up with the forms, they come up with all the different kinds of things. Okay? So altogether in Bardo we will see 100 deities, 58 wrathful, 42 peaceful. Again, they are nobody else but our own nature of mind, projection of our own mind, and that's clear, yeah? Okay? So see, I told you what we eat is wisdom and compassion. What we see is wisdom and compassion. What we chant is wisdom and compassion. Whatever the rituals actually we do in the tradition of Vajrayana especially, all are actually about wisdom and compassion. You see? So this is what we experience directly, face to face in the third Bardo. In the third Bardo. And one of the greatest 20th century master from Tibet, his name is Gyabje Dujum Rinpoche. At the moment Rinpoche's reincarnation is born, and Rinpoche even have traveled to Indonesia. So in his past life, Gyabje Dujum Rinpoche, one of the top scholar and highly realized enlightened master of the 20th century, his name is Dujum Rinpoche. Unfortunately, I didn't have the fortune to meet him. I was still young and looking after my animals, in the mountains. So by the time I came to Kathmandu, the capital city of Nepal, Rinpoche was already passed away. But fortunately, we have all his teachings printed, published, preserved. And I saw there's one picture of him, photo of him. One photo. There's the photo of his own. Under the photo, then he writes with his own handwriting. Very beautiful. Then he says, look at this beautiful picture. Okay? And after that, look at the one who is looking at it. Clear? Okay, let me repeat again. Look at this beautiful picture and then look at the one who is looking at it. That means looking at your own self. Okay? Sorry, wait. Look at this beautiful picture, then look at yourself. Okay? And then look at the one who is looking at. That means even deeper into yourself. If you can see that, then you are the excellent one. Okay? Actually what he meant, in a very simple few lines, he is giving the entire meaning of the third Bardo. See? In the third Bardo, look at the beautiful, or maybe whatever, terrifying or whatever. Okay, let's make it a beautiful lab. Okay, look at the beautiful atmosphere, the display of Bardo, the third Bardo. Then look at yourself. And then look at the one who is looking at, there and here. If you can see that, and you are the excellent one, means you are Buddha. Okay? So in the third Bardo, this is the main instructions. When we see things, then understand them to be your own nature of mind. Then you are focused inner in yourself. That time, then you will find your nature of mind. So everything then is like sum up in this very nature of mind. So during the third Bardo, this is what we have to do. So the instruction number 1 is always reminding yourself of the nature of mind, maintaining in that, stabilizing in that. That's the instruction number 1. Instruction number 2, then you take refuge in the Buddhas that you see as the protector. You take refuge with 100% devotions. If you cannot really do that, again you try to keep reminding yourself and praying to your gurus and whoever, and then remind yourself of those practices that you used to do. Okay? Then by the time the third Bardo, at least we will be safe. Otherwise, most of the people then get fainted. The moment they see, they get fainted, and they lose all 12 days for nothing. How sad and lost is that, you see? So, if we are careful enough and we can really practice, it's okay. Then we can definitely get enlightenment. If not, at least we will, liberate. Or if not, at least we can protect ourselves. Okay, during those times. This is the most actually fortunate one. It's like in the movie theater, you have the box. You are watching the movie, from the box. Not with all people. There are special box from where you watch, and it's direct. You are not watching it from corner, isn't it? Not too close, not too far. Yeah? It's like in the Bardo, you are then watching your own nature of mind face to face without any kind of obscurations, direct bare. It's like you have crossed the cloud limit and you are direct in contact with the sun. That means you are directly present to your nature of mind. It's very easy to be enlightened. This is the chance now. But because if we lack training, instructions, everything, when we are alive time, we didn't do anything, that time we will fail. Okay? Then what we do? Then we fail again. Then travel further. It's not like we travel, take a taxi or car or something. If we have no idea, we get fainted. We lost 12 days for nothing. All the 12 days, opportunities to be enlightened in one instant moment is all lost, wasted. Now, if we fail during the third Bardo, then it's very sad. Because the sun is not only rise, in the morning, but it will set. Remember? So by the time the 12th day, if we, during the wrathful deities, we see, if we can't get the chance, grab the chance, then the sun then will, by 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, slowly dim, sets. The shadow then will start, isn't it? The darkness, starting of darkness from every corner of the table then will start. From every passage of the houses then will start. Yeah? So the sun set then. And this is the last moment of the third Bardo. When the sun sets. When the 12th day is lost. Then it's very sad. Now is the turn to day turning into night. Now is the turn. So far, our negative karma, negative actions, all those negative emotions been lost. They are refugee, lost somewhere. Nobody knows. Yeah? But now we fail and we are traveling further. After the nature of mind, the sun of the nature of mind sets, then the karmic wind blows. You see? Then the ignorance element starts moving, taking the shadow, starting the shadow. This is the starting now of the night. The shade from everywhere starting. You see? Is that clear? Now is the turn. Day turning into night. You see? Now the karma is then again active because we fail to realize our nature of mind. This is what I explained yesterday. Because we fail to realize nature of mind, then we get controlled and trapped by negative emotions. But ignorance as the main controller. Yeah? So that time, then again they started waking up, They started, then they starts. Then our ignorance and the karmic wind, they start. And this is the starting of the Bardo number 4. When the nature of mind's sun set, the shadow of the karmic, elements and negative emotions, ignorance starts, So that is the starting of the Bardo number 4. What we call is the Bardo of karma or karmic Bardo. Because there is the karmic role now. And this is very sad. Okay? We lost the most fortunate opportunities. Now trying to now starting, the journey towards the border side, to the world, to the samsara, is quite close. Bardo number 4. Bardo number 4, with these negative emotions, the king then commands. The negative, the ignorant then will command. Anger will also start, using his mobile. You see? He will call all his groups, departments. And jealousy will also work. All these negative actions then will start working up, Then now is their turn to shine with the lights. But their lights is very, beautiful. So peaceful, calm, nice looking, not so challenging. You see? Because they are deceiving. That's why they look like this, Not only as a light, okay? Different lights like blue light, green light, red light, yellow light, all this white light. And we immediately then feel some relief, oh, this looks something peaceful. Then we attached, trapped. It's like, I use the example of the fish, the honeybee, the butterfly and all those, remember? Now this is the starting again. The moment ignorance starts, then we regard ourselves as me, I. We will regard others as you, he, she, me, because of that attachment, partiality, you and he or she because of others. Then we have competition, jealousies and all that. Yeah. So this will then become stronger by the Bardo number 4. Now we lost the golden chance. And by the Bardo number 4, this becomes stronger. They will take grosser shape, stronger shape, more solidity, shaping. At that time, because if it is in the ordinary people's case, during the third Bardo, he fainted completely, then he wakes up again during the third Bardo. The Bardo number 4 starts. Because he lost, in a moment, fainting moment. He lost, so he starts in the Bardo number 4. By that time, again he feels waking up from a deep sleep. Same experience like before, you see. Then that time also he does not acknowledge, I'm dead or something. Then he go to the family, talk to them. Then he will sit on his table. But when he come, there is somebody else is sitting. Somebody else is using his plate. He has no share, no place. All these kind of things, he will go through. And he will see all his baits or everything is swiped out, changed, clean. The sad starts. And then he will try to scream at them, shout at them, talk to them, but nobody responds because they cannot see. Then he feel rejected. Same. At that time when we feel, let's say we fail all those, opportunities, and then we go to the Bardo number 4. And when we experience that, we must remind ourselves, oh, this looks like I'm already dead, How sad, I lost all those, opportunities. Now this is Bardo number 4, I know. Because people not responding to me and see everything has changed. Instead of feeling sad, depressed, broken, then we should remind ourselves, yes, this is Bardo number 4. And this time, still not too late. Still not too late. There are chances, because still thinking is reaching. Yeah? The moment you think is the moment you reach. So still don't get hope. Lost, hope. Try. Be careful. Remind ourselves in that time. Okay? So this is what we do. And during those time, when we look at in the space, there is no sun and moon that we see as usual. That is a sign of death, that we have died and come into the Bardo, especially Bardo number 4. When we walk, we will not see our own shadow. That is also the sign, because of no physical body, there is no shadow, that we are dead. We will not see our reflections or footprint on ground where we walk. No. These are the signs we are dead. So at that time, we have to understand these conditions. Is that clear? And then it is said during the journey and the Bardo number 4, how long? Depends, individual's karma. Some 1 day, some 3 days, some 7 days, 13 days, 21 days, 30 days, 40 days, up to 49 days maximum. But one or two, maybe very few, even they can remain longer than 49 days in that period. But 49 days is not guaranteed visa to everybody. Okay? So, no matter how long the period we will remain in the Bardo number 4, the period is divided in two. Half of it, the early half of the period, then we feel still, the experiences of the living time, the living condition. We feel like I'm still alive, I'm not dead, all this, and we can see still a kind of physical body, even it is not there. And then the rest, 50%, the later part of this, period, then we will, every day we will see change, change in us. The change where we will be going, where we will going to be born. The change. If we are going to be born as a human, then still maybe we will see ourselves as a human, but different looks, no more like this now we have. Actually it's me, but how come I have different look now? Something like that, you see. And if we are going to be unfortunately born as a, what you call that, let's say a bird, then half a period we feel like man or human, but half the rest of the day, then we will feel like we are becoming, like a bird without reason, instead of using the hands in a normal way, it is like, the wing moving, kind of, feeling. And instead of talking, using the mouth, we feel like there is a beak, growing. Okay? So, this way our look change in our perception during the Bardo number 4. The half a body then looks like half dog, half human, half animal, half man, all this is what happens during the Bardo number 4. It changes, keep every day. And every 7 days, then he goes through the experience, the dying experience. When he died, the experience that he had, that repeats every 7 days. Every 7 days he feels dying again. That's why we do every 7 days special pujas, practices for that. Every 7 days up to 49 days. Yeah? And remember, he will find himself, even though he was blind, deaf or whatever, now he can hear clearly, see clearly. Even though he was not so mentally, healthy, but now he will find himself so intelligent. If he doesn't think, then it's okay. If he thinks, then he can understand. He can reach, he can see. The sharpness of the mind then multiplies, 7 to 9 times. It is because of the Bardo's condition, and the karma, makes that. Like the bird fly in the sky, because the bird did a lifelong meditation, in the nest, and then he can fly. No, isn't it? The bird fly is because of his karma. The karma has, created him in that way. He can fly. So similarly, in the Bardo also, our mind then naturally is sharper 7 to 9 times. We can read our other's mind easily. No language problem. And whatever he wants to, do, he can do. That means, the magic performing kind of power also he has. He can, and then he will see the company, the friends. If he is going to be born in the hell, the friends will be all like hell people, If going to be born in a spirit, all surrounding him, accompanying him, then is spirit. If going to be born as a heaven, gods then feels, all the surroundings, the companies, the friends, all are like then gods, and so on. And going to be born as a dog, everybody following you, accompanying you, then it's barking, dogs. And we ourselves slowly, very strangely, even we don't want, we feel like walking, with 2 legs and 2 hands together, bending down, and we cannot control. And moment by moment, the Bardo number 4, the atmosphere gets very scary. As if something, a very dark force is like chasing us, pushing us from the backside. As if there is a terror, horrifying terror environment, a kind of, dark pit is like dragging us from in front. This is what we feel. Because of the fear from the back, we will hear, kill, beat him, chase him, tie him, There are like hundreds of thousands of force screaming and holding the weapons and then following us. This is what because of that, we have no choice but run in front. But what we see in front is a dark sort of pit, darkness. And that really doesn't look, nice. It is very scary and terrifying. But because of the fear from backside, then we have no choice to go further. But even we are very scared about that, but it will drag us. So this is what every moment it changes, becomes so scary. And then it's very tiring. Now he will know, I'm dead. I have separated my body, and I have no more body. And then he will feel the regret, where's my body? Can you imagine, let's say somebody, loses ear. That moment what he feel? Oh my God, I lost my ear, something like that. But at that time in the Bardo, when we know the body is already separated, how shocking is that? So the person will really, feel hell. Then he will start looking for the body everywhere. If it is summertime, maybe ruin, eaten by worms and then birds, or cremated by people. Winter time, frozen or buried, whatever. And in the mountain Himalayan region, we give it to the vultures. We call it a sky burial practice. We give it to the vultures. So he can't find the body. But without body, for him is like a really, really sad moment. Then he will look for everywhere, jumping into sea, climbing into mountain, all everywhere. And too desperate to find a body, then he will finally decide, okay, whatever, even a dog body, I will go for that. It is so disgusting and sad without a body. He will feel it. So, also, then, in the name of deceased people, and then he cannot eat food. He can see around, but he cannot eat. But this is, the environment I explained to you now is not same for everybody. Depending on individual's karma, it is slightly different. For those who have good karma, for them it is better, more peaceful. This is roughly what you should understand, okay? Then only through the smell he can consume. And people do, okay, let's say a Buddhist, and then cultural Buddhist, and ritualist Buddhist, okay? And they will do a lot of things, in the name of deceased people. And also, he will see the people, the family, the relatives, their greed, and then desire for his property and all that. You see, he can experience them each and every heart detail. So at this moment, it's very dangerous. As a family member, as a relative, we have to be very careful. Not only performing some rituals, putting up some flowers, beautiful. Do you think the dead body can actually use that? The dead person can actually enjoy that? Beautiful malas and then flowers they come up with, because people want to sell. And we use it, isn't it? And more or less, whether we agree or not, the fact is we want to be, feel satisfied that at least we have done something. You see? Let me tell you, in Malaysia, I have a friend. They more or less, Tao practice. They practice Tao. Okay? Invited me for the 20th anniversary of their father's dead anniversary of father. Asked me for pray, Then I said, okay. Then I went inside the house. There is a shrine, Kuan Yin, all the protectors on the shrine. In front of the Kuan Yin is the bunch of the packets of cigarette. Smoking cigarette. Cigarette was there, very nice one. I don't know which quality. Then in front there is a bigger table, very big table, set with full of varieties, the food. Pork, chicken, dog, all this. Actually they do it, following their belief, culture, ritual, or everything. But they don't really know whether it helps. And they've been doing this every year, same time, same date, for 20 years. Then I started my practice because I didn't want to, really say anything, but I asked them to put the cigarette down on the table, lower table, because Kuan Yin, offering cigarette. And I asked them, why you put cigarette? And they say, because my father, he used to like smoking, so that's why we offer. But he likes smoke and cigarette doesn't mean Kuan Yin also likes, isn't it? Then I started praying, because I didn't want to say anything because this is their culture and everything they believe so. So I started my practice and I did the Bardo recitation and other practices. It took quite some time. But at the same time there is, something is going on. When we do in the temple, the divination, you shake that thing and then 2 pieces of wooden things, that you throw on the ground and you check, isn't it? What do you call it? I don't remember exactly. Okay, so that thing. And this was very big and marble, on the ground. So when they throw it, it's so noisy, It's very noisy. Kind of disturbing me, but it's okay. I thought maybe they are doing something. I didn't know that. I didn't see this before. First time. Then after some time, my friend came and he told me, usually our father, we offer food and do everything, the anniversary. By 11 o'clock, then he goes. He's happy and then he goes. He go, They check. Father, are you okay? Happy? Time to go? Then they throw. Yes. 11 o'clock is the time for 20 years. Okay? But that day, and one of the brother had a meeting, business meeting with somebody, appointment, that he need to go by at least 12:30 or something, But the father that day is not saying, yes, I'm happy and go. They were like one after the other, keep throwing that. Then my friend told me, he didn't say yes. Okay, I did not understand exactly what does it mean. Then they again throw, okay, maybe my friend thinks, okay, because the Sifu come and then pray, maybe he is happy with that or something, So he throw again. Are you happy with that? And because of that you want to be here? And that says yes. Yeah? But I continued quite long, at 2 o'clock I finished. Okay? And when I finish, then they throw again. Are you happy now? Done? Then he says, yes. Also, the brother who had a meeting, appointment he had to cancel. It was very actually important meeting for him, but very frustrated, because this is their belief. If he doesn't say yes, he cannot go. But in fact, who knows that's the father or not? The father is already born maybe somewhere, a young man studying in the university tomorrow, maybe exam, a young lady, maybe about to get married or something like that, isn't it? Or maybe a young school children studying in the school. But they think it's a father. Ancestor worshipping things, we have this. So, in the name of deceased people, we make a lot of mistake. Actually to help, benefit, serve. But actually we make a lot of mistakes, such as smoke offerings, cigarette offerings, such as all those killing of the animals and then offer the meats, Killing animals and all those that. Everybody knows how, severe karma is that, isn't it? The bad karma. And because it is done, dedicated in his name, he is born and already in the university, tomorrow exam, and today he maybe cycle accident, one of the finger is maybe broken or something, he cannot do the exam tomorrow, is obstacles now, because of them. You see? No matter how long, how many years, it can still connect to. See? So that's why we have to be very careful when people die, especially until 49 days. At least for 49 days. We have to keep ourselves very pure. Very pure. No talking about those property, this, that. If we want to do, then don't show our emotions to follow the custom. If there is something mistaken, taking lives of others, offering meat and this and that. Mistake. It doesn't help. Why not then we do it a better way? Something that you can do. Maybe not so much offerings is okay. If you want to offer, make it completely pure vegetarian or something. Yeah? Change. We have to change for these things. I met a Christian family in South India. They have been good friend of mine. Very educated people. The family. 77 years old father, and then husband and wife, 2 daughters. All of them very educated, and somehow we became very good friends. They come to monastery, but very secretly, because their society talks. See these people go to Buddhist monastery. Then they come and I teach, and we share a lot of things. After some time they request me, one day they call me, okay, this Sunday we are coming, we have a special request to you. And they say, okay. They come and then they, please kindly accept us. We want to be Buddhist. Then I said, no. What I taught is not to make you a Buddhist. And what you learn is not to be Buddhist. As one of my gurus says, Buddha himself was not a Buddhist. Okay? When we say Buddhist, then it's kind of, something, a group, a party, Buddhist, Hindu, and this and that, yeah? Please, no Buddhist. Just keep learning. I stopped them for 9 months. And they kept sort of insisting me. Then I said finally, okay, my guru is coming, let him decide. And follow what he says. His Holiness Penno Rinpoche, maybe many of you know. Then Rinpoche was coming soon from Taiwan or somewhere, tour. Then after he comes, then I fix an appointment, but that day Rinpoche was out of the monastery. Usually Rinpoche when comes back, then he has, there is one market, nearby the monastery where Rinpoche rests and a cup of tea, he rests there. But that day they ordered tea, everything. But suddenly Rinpoche told the assistant, go, cancel the tea. Then the time I was given, by the assistant, but the assistant roughly expected like maybe 3 o'clock sometime Rinpoche will come. But I didn't know exactly, we were not confirmed the time. And Rinpoche was not confirmed about this, because this is a very small thing, So we decided to wait, until Rinpoche comes. So by 3 o'clock, then we went to Rinpoche's place. By the time we were entering the gate, I hear a car coming from outside, Then they opened the gate, and it was Rinpoche coming back, in his car. He suddenly canceled the tea and everything. But the assistants were confused. Wow, what's wrong, And then Rinpoche came in, so happy looking, and then smiling at us, kind of excited. Then he went inside, and inside his, room. Then I also taught them, the friends, to do prostrations. So they did the prostrations to Rinpoche, bow down. Then I explained everything to Rinpoche. Then Rinpoche said, since 1968 or 7, the monastery is built here, but the local people never show interest in the teachings of Buddha, which is in fact not our teaching. The teacher actually comes from India itself. But the people, they don't realize, they don't know. But you are the first people to show interest in the teachings of Buddha. And this is definitely a sign that we have a connection. So it's okay, good, and I will teach. So they were accepted. And they became Buddhist at the decision of my Guru. Finally, after some time later, quite soon later they became Buddhist. The old father passed away. Okay? 77 years old father. He passed away. Then I got a phone, and then say, he passed away. Then I got very scared, because people are superstitious no matter how you teach. Because we convert into Buddhists, and now this is what happens. I thought maybe they are, calling me to complain this, I was kind of nervous what to say, but shocking and surprising. He passed away. We want to do everything in Buddhist way. Shocked me. But now, what to do? If I am to tell, okay, you invite a group of monks from our monastery and do all the pujas and everything at your house, they will be like in hell, the society will talk. Society is always like that. They like to talk. So I just said, okay, you come to monastery, we meet and discuss. I advise them. You make a little offerings to Rinpoche, His Holiness, and he will do whatever he needs to do for his name. And you guys, until 49 days, keep pure. No anger, no aggression, no desire, no attachment, no all this, no this. Keep very pure yourself until 49 days. Try to engage yourself in devotion, compassion, and all those that I taught. And try to do charity works. Help the needy, destitute. Do kind of contribution in His name. Help where the help is needed. And the rest of the thing that I will do. So, society will not talk about them. And at the same time, the father will get the best treat. And they can also be very great service, not doing much, but until 49 days, maintaining pure, positive state of mind. You see? So, after somebody dies, we should really keep our mind very pure. No, all those, negative things. And then group of monks, let's say, invited. And not everybody is perfect, still learning. So